on these plates, something always happens. You have a security guard acting out of the scope of his job in a vehicle. Okay, as if the Amo Fashion Center Mall has had enough issues. Now they're dealing with security guards driving recklessly, doing sideshows on rooftops. It's awesome. Let's go. What's going on, guys? You guys are tuning into the Watch podcast. Man, if you guys have probably seen a video that's kind of been streaming around on social media for the last couple of days, this incident happened in the Amo Fashion Center Mall in Torrance, California. The mall is pretty big. Okay, it's got about 3 stories. And it's got about 200 stores. It's got a movie theater. I mean, it's a nice little setup. Unfortunately, it's surrounded by a bunch of low-income housing and apartments and all that fun stuff. So obviously, you're going to get the traffic from the unruly juveniles that go over there and tear up the malls. Okay, this mall has had so many issues over the recent years, from shootings to takeovers to large brawls. To robberies. I mean, honestly, it's safe to say that the mall lacks that proper authority to deal with some of these incidents. Okay, and it doesn't do the mall any justice when you have a security guard joining in the fun with all these other knuckleheads out there. Okay, so in the news it states that a security guard has been fired. He may lose his license. Now, they weren't specific on the type of license he might be losing. I don't know if they're going to be losing his security license. Is he going to be losing his guard car or his driver's license? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's folding that I'm trying to get information on. Unfortunately, I don't have it at this moment until obviously news comes up. So it looks like the security guard is seen in the vehicle doing donuts about 11:30 p.m. Security guard. And I'm going to assume this, by doing security for the last 20 years, I'm going to assume that the security guard was called to go and respond to a large crowd that was on top of a rooftop. Security guard, I don't know how old the kid is. He looks young, but I'm gonna say that he was enticed by all these onlookers and say, "Oh my God, yeah, do donuts. Oh my God, yeah." So the security guard's like, you know what? I hate my job anyway. It's 11:30. No one's going to find out. And I'm going to do a couple donuts, turn a couple tricks, and then I'm getting on out of here. Well, unfortunately, in this life that we live in, we have a thing called social media. Social media is a big platform when it comes to, especially when it comes to security and also law enforcement as well. And this guy worked for Allied Universal. If you guys are familiar with Allied Universal, Allied Universal is a joke to private security. I don't care what anybody tells me. This is how I feel. This is the story that I'm sticking with. Allied is the joke of private security. Okay, and it shows by incidents like this. It shows that these guards are untrained. They have zero self-respect they have zero respect for the job that they're doing. And that's probably due to the 70 million posts of security guards on TikTok posting how bad they hate their job, or how bad their job sucks, or how easy the job is. You guys remember that guy, that knucklehead? Hey, if you want to become a security guard, look at, here we go.
Hey, you guys want to know what the easiest job ever is? Become a security guard. I literally get paid to ignore all responsibilities and stream Warzone 2 all day. I pass the dusty to the left-hand side and I do the most on post.
Don't listen to it. That guy works for Allied, right? He was fired. Man, so this is a big deal. This is another big old nut kicker for the private sector. Okay, now the authorities for the city, they're wanting increased backgrounds. They're wanting to do thorough background checks on all these security guards out there that are applying for jobs. I mean, when you're working in a mall establishment, you're dealing with a lot of juvenile kids. Now, I'm I'm damn near 40. And when we used to go to the mall, we used to go to the mall and pick up chicks. Okay. Unfortunately, these kids rather go to the mall and have these large brawls, do these takeovers. And it's been seen several months. You know, now it's at a point where now I don't know if this is still going on, but they had the mall. They required the kids to have a chaperone. And when you require kids to have a chaperone, that gets pretty ugly. So the Del Amo Fashion Mall is obviously a place for people to shop and for people to feel safe. You know, a large open area. You obviously want your children, or you want yourself to be safe, and you can't be safe when you got security guards out there recklessly driving. And causing an issue for themselves, and not to mention that not only did this guard break several policies with his own company, but he also broke several vehicle code violations as well by reckless driving. Okay, this is a serious matter, because had this guy, the security guard, had he wrecked and hit someone, or wrecked and hit someone's vehicle, that company would be seriously liable for that. That would be on the company itself. Yeah, they can fire the guard or whatever, but now they have to deal with the legal ramifications of it. And I get it. Allied, they got 800,000 employees worldwide, whatever, and they could probably afford it. Okay, I get it. But yeah, they can afford it, but what does it do for all of us other security companies out there that are trying to make a little bit of a name for ourselves? To that, we're trying to get people to steer people away from how people view security. And unfortunately, the way people view security is by what they see at the malls, what they see at the shopping centers. They see Allied. God dang it. Sick of Allied. You guys should be too. How are they still in business? I don't know. Okay? But we're going to save Allied for another day. Oh, we got a rude awakening, Allied. This guy, the security guard, he's, you got the crowd cheering. He brought some people inside the vehicle. He's like, hey, come on for a ride along. We're going to do some donuts in my patrol vehicle. And it goes wild. And South Bay responders picked it up. Live streamers or news media guys picked it up and posted it. And I get it. Hey, we want to live for the moment, I guess. But the security guard did not realize how much it does to the private sector, what it does to the industry. I'm pretty sure he doesn't give a damn either. Okay. Maybe he's going to be finding another job somewhere else, and I pray to God that he no longer works security ever again. And the mall, who is managed by Simmons Properties, made a statement. The behavior of the Allied Universal Security Guard in this video is unacceptable. A spokesperson from the Del Amo Fashion Center told KTLA in a statement, and several other news outlets. And they said his employment has been terminated. But why is the Simmons Property Management releasing statements on behalf of their security? Okay? The security is subcontracted to the mall. It is up to, okay? The security is subcontracted to the mall. It is up to Allied to be the ones to sit there and make a statement. Why is Allied not making a statement as to their officers, their guards' behaviors? Okay? Now people are going to treat the security at that mall even worse than they have before. And if you guys see the way Allied guards are treated in the mall, then you guys can definitely understand how much worse it's going to be for those security guards that are trying to do a damn good job in the mall. Now the respect, it's completely out the door. This video is viral. It's everywhere. And so when they go to the mall When the kids go to the mall, they're going to have that picture and that image of the security guard turning tricks on a rooftop. And when the security guard says, hey, man, I need you guys to move over that way, they're going to look at them like, what are you talking to, buddy? No, not leaving. And that relieves the security guards in the mercy of law enforcement. Now, when it comes to mall security, they're obviously supposed to provide a safe and orderly environment. Okay, that's completely gone out the door. Okay, they're supposed to perform crowd control, and they're supposed to work diligently with law enforcement, remove patrons from the malls that violate the policies. That ain't happening. All right, that's out the door. And there's a lot of takeaways with this. And it should be a very, very good training tool for a lot of security companies out there to say, this is what you do not do. Okay. The one thing I like about Allied is that they mess it up for everybody. So they're really good. It's good training material for things not to do. Okay. They're saying, okay, what do I not do? Look at that security company and you look at them and you don't do any of that. Okay. All right. I don't know why the malls continue to hire the security company, Allied, Universal. Why are they all over the damn malls, all over the place? I don't know. If you're tired of it, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of watching the security continuously fail over and over and over. And the malls just accept it. As security, we are supposed to be the representatives of that business. We're supposed to represent that company. We're supposed to represent that mall. We're supposed to represent that building. It's not good representation when you got one of your guards turning tricks on top of the rooftop. I don't understand it. Allied just gives cars to anybody. You got a driver's license? Yes. Here you go. Here's the keys. I worked mall security years ago, and this is before Allied ever took over malls. The malls were going with a lot of local businesses, and we had a very good program, and it got to a point where people were afraid to mess around in the mall. Okay, we would take their bikes, we would take their scooters if they're riding around, and they've already been warned, and we'd have their mom come pick it up. You think their mom wants to come to the mall to pick up their son's bicycle? The daughter's scooter? Absolutely not. But Allied Barton took over, and they asked me if I wanted to join with them. I said hell no, and I left. And I'm glad I never stepped foot in Allied soil. I don't know. I might not be the person I am today. I don't know. But the big question is where we go from here. Okay, we got a security guard driving recklessly. Video goes viral. Now when it comes to the security at that mall trying to enforce the rules and the policies, there's going to be a lot of kickback when it comes to them trying to get some of these kids out of the mall. Okay, it doesn't work. Allied policies and their procedures do not work. It's not going to work. I don't know why the malls continue to be so accepting of these guards that carry handcuffs and carry a piece of and some pepper spray. We are in 2024. We have to evolve. We can't sit here and just and walk around with a little pepper spray and a little bit of handcuffs with no handcuff key. I don't understand why the malls continue to deploy Allied security to their malls. They do nothing. They don't provide a deterrence. They don't provide any sort of authority. Matter of fact, it looks like the malls are the ones that are controlling the security. When you have the malls controlling the security, there is a broken process there. Okay? And I used to tell this when I used to work in nightclubs. Whenever the people start to take over, the nightclub where security can't handle it. There is a brokenness in that process, and it's going to be hard to get back. And while we continue to deploy these mall security guards, it's going to be continued. There's going to be continued reckless behavior, fighting, shootings, and the security is there. We're not here to make people afraid of us, but we want people to know that we're not going to allow them to invade our malls, invade our properties that we're on, and do these takeovers and not be held accountable for it. Okay? I don't understand what's going on with Allied. I don't understand what's going on with these malls and why they're hiring this company. I'm sick of it. There's too many videos out there of the mall security guards getting punked by 16, 17-year-old kids. I wish a 16, 17-year-old kid would try to punk me. Okay? But I've never had that issue. I never had issues with the 16, 17-year-old kids. You know why? Because they see me, there's a sense of respect there. They say, oh, this guy looks really intimidating. And I talk to them, and I see them riding around their scooters and stuff like that. And I talk to them and ask them about it, and they're at awe. It's so we don't have to sit there and enforce everything all the time. Sometimes we can just talk to them and just have a cordial conversation and just say, hey man, you know what? I love this bike, I love that, but I just can't have you guys riding around the mall, man. I mean, I get it. You know, you want to look cool, whatever. You know, put it on Snapchat, whatever. I'll let you do one little donut, and that's it. Go home. You know, get out of the mall, get off the bike. It's very unclear of what these malls are going to continue to do. I mean, there's been so many mass shootings over the years, and they've all ended up in malls, and the security guards that are there are sitting there running with the crowd. You know, a bunch of flighters, okay, and I'm gonna call them flight attendants. So you know, going back to this, you know, it's getting pretty bad. You know, it's almost to the point where these kids are desensitized with the security that are in the mall, that are deployed in the malls. They don't take them very serious. They record them, they make fun of them, they send, you know, pictures, whatever, and they call them Paul Blarts, and gosh. And here's another thing, another kick in the butt is the news actually makes fun of the security guard and has a Paul Blart image on a racetrack. You want to talk about the utter disrespect that now the news media is starting to chime in on it? Now they're saying, "Oh, look at the security guard is racing on his Segway." That's embarrassing, and I don't understand why people are being so accepting of this. I've never been that. Every time I see these videos that people send me, I look at it and I just put my hand on my hand. I said, "Why? Why do we do it? Why do we continue to accept this?" Allied will destroy the security industry if they continue to allow Allied to take over these malls, shopping centers. I mean, the list can continue to go on. They are not a pioneer of security. They are the laughing joke of security. Okay? The mall is notorious for flash mobs, glass breaks, while security is present there. Why are they doing it? Because they know that security is not going to do anything but sit there and call on the radio and say, call them 911. The security guard in the video looks like this actor, Benson Miller from the movie Gordon Glass. And the security guard looks exactly like Gordon Glass from this movie. But so let me know what you guys think. Where do we go from here in the private sector? You know, do we just continue to deploy Allied security to to safeguard our malls? Are we going to continue to allow them to just exist? You know, when is society going to start realizing that security is a whole lot more than just a bunch of quote unquote rent-a-cops? Okay, I think that we've evolved over the years when it comes. There's a little bit more training available. Now there's carrying firearms, tasers, and other non-lethal devices. And why are we not deploying these into certain areas? Because they don't trust security. Fair enough. And before I end this, we have to create policies, reiterate safe driving practices, know who the hell you're hiring. Okay, not everybody needs to be driving, and learn from others' mistakes. If you guys work the private sector, learn from others' mistakes, and the best company to learn from mistakes from is Allied Universal. You can learn a whole lot of things. You can create a whole policy just on the stupid crap that they do for your company. And on Allied's website, I had to go and look, okay? They stated that they've been in business since 1957, and they have been keeping people safe since then, protecting our clients, brands, and providing a peace of mind. I'm so tired of the word peace of mind. If I go walk into the Amo Fashion Mall today, I'm going to walk in with anxiety because I'm going to feel uneasy. And I'm not going to have a peace of mind when I walk inside that damn mall because I know who the hell is in there. We are in 2024. We are not in 1957 anymore. We have to evolve from 1957 to 2024. The crimes are not the same from 1957 as they are in 2024. So yes, we have to make some drastic changes when it comes to the private sector and when it comes to society finally saying, you know what, we had enough of Allied. We want Night Watch. We want South Coast. We want FGV Patrol. We want we want Southwest Patrol. We want these security companies that we know that go through this training and they know they're going to provide a decent presence. We need those companies. I'd say Black Knight, but they're kind of the poster boys, and they're more like, hey, look at me. And it looks like all they do is event security. So I don't see them doing any mall stuff. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you guys feel, what your guys' feelings are towards this. It's very, like I said, it's another kick in the balls for the private sector. And obviously we're just kind of running into new times, and it's time for the people, the public, the malls, these property managements to realize that we are living in a new time and age, a new environment, and we have to change the way we think, the way we act, and who the hell we hire. So it's been real, man. I'm glad I was able to talk about this because I appreciate you guys for sending me the video. I would have found it anyway, I guess, but I felt like I was the first one to know about it, and I felt that's a good feeling. So, guys, thank you guys. Keep sending me videos, and I'll keep going in on them. In the best interest of the private sector is that we have a conversation with our staff in regards to this video, and we learn from it. And we have to take a little bit more seriousness, and when it comes to our hiring practices, are we hiring over the phone, or are we actually sitting down and talking to them and seeing what their agenda is and what they really want to get out of private security? Guys, you guys can find us on Instagram at Night's Watch Patrol. You guys can check out the LinkedIn I'm sorry, the link tree in the bio, and you guys can go over there and you guys can look at pretty much where we're at. Link, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I guess I got to get it back on Twitter again. But you guys can find us there. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you guys definitely message us, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And if you guys have a number, you guys feel free to give me a call. I may not answer right away, but I'll get back to you. If you guys have any other videos that you guys want me to talk on, you guys want me to speak on, please let me know. Guys, I would like for you guys to share this and send it to those that work in the private sector as well. This is not here. I'm not here to bash on security companies. I'm also here to provide new resources and a better outlook into security. And maybe we need to go away from these larger conglomerate security companies because there's too many rules attached to it. Now, obviously, it's like I said, we're moving on. We're moving into different life. We have to continue going with the technologies and the new changes. And if no one's going to adapt to the changes or the new technologies, then I guess it's time for us to give part our ways with some of these businesses and some of these companies. Says, you know what? Hey, we're evolved. Can't do this anymore. Okay, guys, this has been real. If you guys got any questions or concerns, you guys can message me. If you guys would like to be featured on a podcast, right now I'm going to do remote podcasts for a little bit. We're working on looking for a second office and to doing our podcasting. But love God, love each other. Let's go change the world.
Been watching me and it's plain to see that you got your mind made up, girl, that you want.